Hi, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. We are going to organize this mess today. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, I already have some mess over here, which you might not be able to see. Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Those are my teas that I have out currently because I went and used the basket that I had the tea in for something else. Now, if you guys didn't know, I had just moved, so this is like all of the stuff that I just threw in here from the move. So I don't really have like a rhyme or reason of what I'm going to do. And I think I'm gonna go to Walmart and the dollar store and maybe even Goodwill to see if I can get some containers that aren't gonna be super expensive, because that's the thing. Like, watching other YouTube videos about pantry organization, people are dropping like hundreds of dollars. I don't have hundreds of dollars. I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars. So we're gonna turn this into something that doesn't look like this, something that obviously looks better. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is pull everything out, just because I'm going to take my bullet journal along with me to the store, and I wanna write out kind of an idea of things that I have. Like, obviously, I wanna get something that I could sit cans on, so that way it's like, I don't know, what is that called? Like, you know, stair step type of thing. So I wanna get something like that. I need to be able to store the like plastic wrap and bags and stuff in here because I don't have a drawer that I could do that with. So I wanna get some type of probably like basket. My sister, when I was at her house, she had the stasher bags, which are like the reusable like silicone bags. I love those. So I do want to switch over to those, but I'm still gonna need a basket for them. So I'm trying to think of like the future. Then I have cookbooks that are down in like one of these rolling bins. I don't like that my cookbooks are down here because they're kind of hard to get to. So I'm probably gonna move my cookbooks up to a different shelf. And I'll have to see, maybe I could fit like paper towels in there or dog food or something, I'm not sure. And then I have like K-cups literally just chilling places. And then I have all of these like baking supplies that I want to move and put in actual like jars. I do have some jars from like the last house, but I need to get more jars. And again, I need to raise up, like do 2 different levels. And for things like almond butter and molasses, and like grams like coconut oil and stuff like that, I want to get some Lazy Susans. So I think that those will work really well. So that is what I'm working with right now. I'm gonna pull everything out and it's gonna be a huge mess.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say let's do, babe. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do.
So far what I've done is kind of put all of the piles in specific like categories, I guess technically. So I have like things that I would put on an actual like Lazy Susan, so I could see like how much of that I have. I have snacks like chocolate, dates, and nuts that we would be snacking on that I need to figure out a good solution for that. The teas and the coffees. I have all of like the baked kind of things that need to go in jars, or I need to get more jars for. And then my canned goods, and then things that I don't use very often, but I don't want to get rid of. And then that's stuff that I'm getting rid of. I think I might use one of these bins to put things that I don't use very often, but I'm still debating on whether I should put them in jars, so that way, like, you know, the bags aren't gonna kind of like unseal. So it's gonna be time to go to the store. I wrote some stuff down in my planner so that way I could look for them and then figure out where to put things. So far I put paper towels up there and our lunch bags and stuff, and then I have cookbooks, and then I'll have to figure out what to do with the rest. So I really just don't like how that looks, but I just hate this top shelf, but I just don't think that there's a way to make it look prettier than that. Okay, you guys, here is a look at the final pantry. So let's go through. We have me and Alvin's lunch bags up here, which we do use quite often during the school year, so that would be easy for us to like pull down when we need it. And this is his water bottle. Then I have this basket, which is going to be our snack type of basket. So we're about to do a Whole30. So it's not gonna be very full. We just have some chocolate from Christmas time in here, and then a bag of chips. But normally we don't have that many snacks. And it's nice to have this in a basket because it's kind of like, you know, you're not really looking at it, you're not really gonna see it. And this basket I think I got at TJ Maxx a couple years ago. Then we have our whole big stock of paper towels. I just bought a big pack, so that's why there's so many of them. And then these clips I did get, I think at Walmart in a pack. They were really cheap. It was like 97 cents and it came with a bunch. But I just put some here for easy access of like, you know, I don't know, if we need to put the chips away or something, you can put a chip. Then on this second shelf here, these baskets I got from Walmart. So both of these came from Walmart. And in here, this is our tea and K-cups. It'd be easy to pull out if people want to like look and see what teas we have, or it's also very easy to just grab a K-cup. So you can just, like, you know, open it up and grab the K-cup that you want and go along with the morning. And then this is just an extra shelf from our kitchen cabinets. I didn't need it, and I didn't want my cookbooks to get ruined on this wire shelf, so I put that here. And then these are all of my cookbooks for easy grabbing. And then in this basket we have all of our like plastic wrap, some of these paper bags, some of these bags. I am going to be getting the stasher bags in the future, so those are like silicone, and then I'll be able to put them here also, and then that way I can get rid of some of that, like, you know, plastic type of stuff. Then we have this shelf, which these two, what are they called? Lazy Susans, came from Walmart. So I just picked these up from Walmart. And this one, I have Graham's like allergy pill, the coconut oil that we put on his food, and then just some nut butters. So just different nut butters. Back here, I just have some rice paper, some nori, and some coconut wraps. On this side, it's just kind of like some baking stuff. So like baking powder, baking soda, honey, molasses. I have some extra coconut aminos, and this is like gelatin and xanthan gum in these. And then this is just like some extra olives and stuff. Then we have the canned food, which I did want to have like some type of riser, but the riser at Walmart was a little bit more expensive than I wanted, and it didn't have a like actual tag on it when I went to go check out. So I was like, okay, this is a sign that I don't need this. But in the future, if I have like some smaller pieces of wood that I can get either cheap or free somewhere, then I will put it so that way the back can be stacked up a little higher and it'll be like stair steps. But for now, this is where the canned food is gonna go, and that's just, there's nothing organized about it. It's just canned food. Then down here, I got different jars at different places, and I used these oil-based they're oil-based Sharpie markers, and I just got these at Walmart. So I got a white one, which is pretty thin, it's like super fine, and a black one, which is just regular fine, and these were like $2 each. And they did have a bunch of different colors, but I just wanted black and white, and so that's how I wrote on these jars. So these little jars I actually got at the dollar store. So I put a bunch of our nuts in here. So there's like pumpkin seeds, macadamia nuts, it's pretty much my whole like nut collection, and then raisins. And then these jars, which are really easy to just kind of scoop out of, I got these at Walmart. So I have pink Himalayan salt, gluten-free flour, bread flour, and then some of these other jars I kind of had a mixture. So like these ones I kind of picked up from either like Goodwill years ago, or sometimes you can find them at Ross or TJ Maxx. These are just regular like canning jars, but I always get wide mouth, and then I buy these plastic lids at Walmart, so they're really easy to take off. And then these ones I did just get at Walmart. These are the bigger half-gallon size, and then again I just switched out the lid for a plastic lid. So this is just kind of like all a mixture of jars that I had before, or I picked up the half-gallon ones, these ones from the dollar store, and then these back here, which is actually the same type of thing I used to keep my sourdough starter in the fridge. So that turned out really, really great, and I love all of the like oil-based marker on the top so I can easily see what I need, and I kind of put things that I don't use very often in the back, and then put like easier snackish type items in the front for easy grabbing. Then down here I got these bins from the dollar store as well. So we just have a potato bin, a squash bin, and then this is going to be my onion bin. And then these rolling carts Alvin had made for me at the last house, so it was just a crate and he drilled wheels on the bottom. And so, oh, I forgot to fabric marker these on top, but I just put some extra things like some dates that didn't fit in the jar and I don't really need to open them. They're like a restock of that, a restock of flax, restock of some nuts, and then I have chocolate chips and coconut, which I don't use very often, and then these are extra things that I won't be able to have on the Whole30 anyway, so like lentils, steel cut oats, quinoa, and brown rice. And so I just put them down here because the big jars didn't fit in this to roll underneath, so it's just kind of like an overstock. But I'm gonna be writing the oil marker on top anyway, so I can easily see them back there when I'm looking for stuff. And then this is all stuff that I didn't feel the need to put in a jar. It's just kind of extra things that I have, and I didn't really want to get rid of them yet. It's like millet or some grass-fed whey and cacao butter. Like, you know, they're things that I use occasionally, probably like once or twice a year. This is ashwagandha, so I didn't want to get rid of them because I do want to use them, but they're way less used than the other stuff in the jars. And then I just had a little hook where I put my aprons. So yeah, that is the whole entire pantry. and you know, it did not cost me hundreds of dollars like it does for a lot of other people. Thankfully I did already have the shelves in there, and I did already have some jars, but this was an actual cheap pantry compared to a lot of other people's pantries. Alright you guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys are able to kind of like organize your pantry for cheap as well. Literally, you guys need to check out the dollar store because I love the white bins and the jars that I got from there, and I know that they're always changing like what they have, so you might want to get them now and then always look in the future too to see if they have anything that you like. I ended up adding the whole entire total and I spent $76.07 on my whole entire pantry like organization, which I think is really, really great, you know, considering that I don't have a container store around me and I didn't buy a million containers. I know that the jars can be really expensive if you don't have any jars yet, so maybe start out slow and just buy jars that you find either at yard sales, Goodwill, those types of things, because that's where I've gotten mine. So even at Ross, they're only like $2 or $3, and so that's how I've like slowly built up my collection. If I had to change over all of my stuff to jars, that would be pretty expensive if you were just doing it like all at one time and just buying them from regular stores. Also, the oil Sharpie is such a game changer. I love being able to write on my jars at all times, and also the white lids that go on jars, you definitely have to get those because they are way easier than using the metal lids that come with the jars. I think that's it. Any supplies that I can find on Amazon, I will link down below for you guys, but you know, you guys saw I got a lot of stuff from like Walmart and the dollar store, so I don't really have those links available for you guys. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in another video. Bye everyone.
Talk to me.